Hello. Hey, welcome back to Behind the Ruck, your #1 rugby podcast, brought to you by Lulabet, our partner. But hey, I want my real partner in the house. Action time. Hey.
Stop.
Hey.
Meneer Lulabet.
Lulabet. Oh.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
I'll get it. But how are you doing?
I'm good, my brother. I had a lot of mensen. Ik heb zeker water gedronken in de naweek. The box had me on my nerves. Okay, I was on my nerves, but now I'm great.
Just emergency
I'm
calls,
great.
actually.
We obviously, our country is proud. We are excited.
So, a sport for days. Like I said, IRB, as ICC, and all those type of things, hey?
We are excited, meneer. The Bokke in the semi-final. There's 4 teams that are home currently. The France boys, they're already eating croissants at home.
Yeah. French fries. We ate that French fries.
We're going to get to that a bit later. But they're out. But a fantastic weekend of rugby.
A fantastic weekend of rugby. All the games was fantastic. Eh? Starting from, I don't want to say it's a curtain raiser to the 9 o'clock games on Saturday. Huh?
It
Are you
was.
going to say it like that? Huh?
It was. The 2 games, the 2 9 o'clock games was so much different, so much better. The intensity, everything about it was like finals.
Yes, even that first games. Wales, Argentina, talk to me. What happened there?
The score obviously was 29-17. 29-17, and people, I was right. Okay, I was right. I called it. I take it.
Okay.
I'm proud. I'm boosting.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. And then the big match after that.
Big match,
Ireland,
obviously.
New Zealand.
Ireland, New Zealand, 28-24 for the All Blacks. We didn't call that one. Obviously went with the Irish.
We thought that GTI is gonna. What happened to the GTI?
I just think the All Blacks put on a performance that made their country proud, and it was the All Blacks of old. It was the All Blacks of brilliant moments. It was the All Blacks of where their senior players was really good, and obviously they playing tonight. So they got the Argies tonight.
The Argies tonight, huh?
Okay, so hopefully they've had the recovery and they got over that big victory against Ireland, and then tonight at 9. The club is quarter. Yes. Los Pumas are going to come
the favorites
in.
and who knows who's the underdogs.
Yes.
But these underdogs, be careful for them.
These underdogs,
we got to be careful for
them. They got
them.
more than a bluffy, they got a bite. Okay.
And then the curtain raise on Sunday.
And then Sunday, obviously, it was England-Fiji. The Fijians, first half, obviously didn't play.
Flying Fijians.
The Flying Fijians.
Did they fly at some points?
They did fly at the States, but they also flew home.
Yeah.
Obviously, they lost. So, they also flew home. But they also were flying in the game, my brother.
They couldn't wait for cover, maybe.
I think they entertained us really well throughout the World Cup. I think Semi Radradra, Joshua Tuisova.
Good to see him back, yeah.
So many outstanding superstar players in the team. Then they did their country proud, they did their families proud.
Yeah.
Okay?
And that's
but now they're out. They're out. You know, when you don't have data and airtime, you can't be alley.
Yeah.
So they're out of the competition.
They couldn't wait for the cover. Hey? They just wanted to get to the cover.
Oh my goodness, I hope not. And then obviously Sunday night, there was also, then it was the South Africans.
Is that the game of the Rugby World Cup?
I think
South Africa Ireland was also a massive game. You know, even New Zealand game against
Irish.
That
was great. And then France, South Africa, 9 o'clock Sunday evening. I mean, the people, there's a dross around the corner from where I stay. Those people were buzzing. They were singing. It was happening. And then, thank goodness, Bokke pulled it through. Sia and the boys.
Yes.
Great.
Oh, in the semi-finals. Congratulations, the boys.
Yeah, so they pulled it through in that game for us. Obviously, 1 pointer. I called 3 points. Yeah. It was only a 1 pointer.
And I knew it's going to be tough, especially in the last 10 minutes, eh?
Nee, dat was our last dag van pay voor die môre pay.
No, credit to the boys. The boys did fantastic. Eh? They were standout players, you know. Cheslin Colby, Jesse Creel.
Even it's a bit world
was
class.
Fantastic, eh? Yeah.
I think Kwagga Smith coming off the bench, Andre Pollard kicking for poles. We want more of that tomorrow night.
Yes,
we're going to get stuck into that later in the episode, obviously.
We said Ireland was a wild old engine, the GTI, but it looks like we're feeling that GTI as well now.
Yes, you know, we were the Toyota Hilux Bakkie. We were the Hilux Bakkie that can go anywhere in the world.
That can go anywhere,
obviously, the boys are sponsored by Toyota. So that we were a Hilux Bakkie that could go anywhere. Oor jou, onder jou, deur jou, vanaf, maakie saakie. Bokke rugby was
credit
excellent.
To France as well. They played well. They analyzed us. There was a couple of things I haven't seen from France as well. You know, they're hitting up, they come back.
Come back to the blind.
Chip kicks to point they spell PlayStation. Hey,
I must say, when I watched that game, partner, and seeing a player like that play the way he played after his injury and putting up that performance, it was very old school in no guts, no glory type of performance by him. He threw his body around. You couldn't actually say he came from a fracture surgery. So the point was world class.
World class, I must agree. But our boss is world class. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Okay.
If the Bokke wins, you can make up your own words. That's how it works in life, okay? Yeah. So world class or rara.
Yeah, we just crack on.
Okay.
But at crucial moments, it was a couple of crucial moments. Eben.
Eben, I'm going to say he knew what he was doing.
Okay.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
After 100 test matches, he knew exactly what he was doing.
And then Cheslin Colby.
Woo!
I mean, he played with Ramos for 4 years at Toulouse.
Yes.
Obviously, he knows what he's doing.
That is what a coach will say, the unseen stuff.
Yes. He was fantastic as well. Eh?
That might have been the difference with us watching other people playing the semi-final and actually us having a chance in supporting the boys tomorrow night.
Yeah.
That act of Cheslin Colby. Okay?
Yeah.
That was excellent.
Fantastic.
And then Mani running around at the back of the poles in our own try line. He was so composed.
But you know, Mani,
Yeah.
he's got this. Eh?
Composed.
He's laid back, he's got this.
Excellent. I thought he played excellent. I even thought Polly came on. I must give Rassi a lot of credit in the past
planning,
game.
Yeah.
The planning
was fantastic.
Everything
take their legs
came
because
together.
they heavy forwards to take their legs. Like even like Damien Willemse, it's a mak, but hey, ons stop die ding net hier so. Ons maak bene moeg.
Okay,
ons vat hy forwards aan, ons vat hulle aan, ons maak hulle bene moeg, hulle kan nie beweeg nie.
So
that was a fantastic. That's analyzing. That's
intelligence. That's the genius of the man.
Of the man.
Ons traffic officer, Mr. Erasmus.
Full control.
By Bosman's Dam in Cape Town where he took the lights. He is an absolute genius, guys. We are lucky to have him as our camera. Not as our camera. Where am I talking about? As our coach of the Boks. Okay. So I am confident and excited that he's cooking something in the kitchen for tomorrow night.
Yeah,
okay.
Perfect. And what games? What's the 2 games? We got one on Friday night.
We got one tonight, obviously. Argentina All Blacks at 9. Perfect.
Our guest is gonna he's from that country. It's gonna be nice to chat to him. Our guest, but we'll get to the lineup now. And the other game on Saturday.
And then it's England, South Africa. Obviously, there's only 2 games. Only 2 games.
England.
It's not like the other weekends where there's.
What did you say? Soft underbelly.
Soft underbelly, okay. Like my belly. My belly is a little bit soft at the moment.
Soft underbelly.
But Joe Eplon used to say on the show, a show of the friend, he said the English has got a bit of a soft underbelly.
Yeah.
And that is where the South Africans are going to beat them. Okay.
And I don't, because I've been there 4 years.
You agree? You think so?
I can put a blue tick on it. But yeah. My friends are watching this.
But that is the past.
Yeah,
and like anything in the past, you got to leave it in the past.
Yeah.
Okay? And this episode is all about semi-final rugby. All right.
And we got another guest that we will get to the lineup of another guest from that country.
From England. No, we
from the underbelly country. No.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah.
Please,
while we're on that, I want to get the lineup. This barber shop must line up this 46-inch.
Listen, the lineup.
Wow.
Ruckus. Can I say that again?
Yeah, we call him the Ruckus now.
The Ruckus.
We must just find out in the comment section if they're happy.
Your lineup for your number 1 rugby podcast today, is quite easy. It's me and my partner talking rugby.
Yes.
Then we made sure we get the best for the business end of the season.
Yes.
He is 2-time Rugby World Cup winner. He's got 2 top 14 trophies.
Richie McCool.
No.
Okay,
You're jumping the gun. He's got 2 trophies with Toulouse. He won a European Championship with Toulouse. He's got 137 caps for the Auckland Blues. They used to use him as an officer for Passport Patrol. That's how tough he used to be.
Yeah.
You can't get into New Zealand without going through Jerome Kaino.
Jerome Kaino.
Yes.
Every week I must tell you, stop spoiling them.
No.
Huh? You like it? You like to spoil?
I love it.
Fantastic.
I'm a lover.
Huh?
I'm a lover.
You're
That's
not
why
a
I spoil
fighter.
people. I'm not a fighter.
Okay.
That's why I spoil people. So the Ruckers, we're spoiling you this week on the episode. None other than AllBlack Legend flanker Jerome Kaino talking All Blacks rugby and whatever we asked him in the episode.
Yeah. They gotta check it out. They must keep let the camera roll. Yeah,
okay, so Jerome Kaino is on. Then after that, we're gonna speak about the semi-finals. We're gonna get to in-depth conversations about what we think about the games. Then we also got another thing happening this week. It's the launch of the URC.
Yes,
you guys are playing.
Yeah.
So obviously we're going to talk a little about that. Then we got another guest on because South Africa, the Boks, is playing England.
England?
Yes. And then a little birdie told me that the Stomers has got a new signing that's from England.
From England.
Yes.
Okay.
And I put one 1 plus 1, and I got 4. And so we invited Ben Lauder.
Yes,
Am I pronouncing that right?
Ben Lauder, yes.
Ben Lauder. Is he going to be loud on the show?
He's in the studio.
Okay, he's in the studio.
Is he coming in as a guest? Did you drink your English tea? Because it's going to be raw.
Every night I throw my English salt on all of my food. Okay, that's why my English is so glad.
Yes. Because obviously we want to, obviously the Cape Town people, we want to spoil them. We need to know if he's settling in here and what his thoughts are. Living in South Africa, maybe supporting England, or maybe because he likes it so much.
We're going to kick him out then. If he's supporting English weekend, he's on the next flight, on the Virgin Atlantic flight out of here.
Breakdown drills is just a little small one, eh?
Okay.
If he's naughty.
So guys, on the show today, for all the Stomers fans watching Behind the Ruck, you guys are going to get to know your new player, Ben Lauder, all the way from England. And that's going to be a full episode for us. I'm excited to get stuck into the games.
Let's get to the big man.
Hey? The big games. And obviously, first up, we got none other than Jerome Kaino. Okay.
Up next.
And partner, here he is, eh?
You're fantastic.
No, none other than two-time World Cup winning champion. Flanker.
Massive.
Apparently, they said he is tougher than New Zealand passport control. Yeah. Jerome Kaino.
That's hectic, yeah.
Jerome, welcome to our show, my brother. How are you doing?
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me, boys. It's a privilege to be invited on here. It's great to see you guys.
Massive welcome, brother, man. I mean, South Africans, they're super excited to have you on the show. We also actually want to see how are you doing, where are you, what you busy with, how's retirement?
Oh, retirement's been good. I obviously finished my playing career here in Toulouse, south of France. And after I finished in 2021, I hopped over to the dark side and started coaching. So I'm coaching here in Toulouse and really enjoying it, really enjoying being retired. After watching some of those bruising Rugby World Cup games, I'm happy I'm finished.
It's tough, eh? I'm also happy I'm retired. I'm done with that, okay? Jerome, obviously, in France, we kind of know that. Just to South Africans, how is life in France and how is your family doing, my man?
Oh, it's great. My 3 children and my wife, they love it, absolutely love it here in Toulouse. Obviously, Spain's not too far away, and the rugby, the atmosphere here at the club is incredible. So, we're loving life here in the south of France, and I'm enjoying coaching as well, which is a bonus.
And on the coaching front, Johan, I would actually like to know, where are you involved? What is your thing that you're coaching? Is it skills? Is it forwards? Is it tech? Is it defensive side? On which side of the ball are you involved in coaching now?
So I'm forwards and defense coach for our academy, which is under 23. So the academy boys, and also I work with the pro team, the top team, and I look after the breakdown, the ruck area, the contact skills.
That's just interesting. The Toulouse boys are lucky. Yeah. They obviously, it's a cheat code.
And they're doing a fantastic job. They're doing well, actually, in all the competitions as well. And World Cup is in France, and he's in France. And I've seen him. Did you see him on screen?
I saw him on the screen.
Yes.
I actually wanted to tell you, I think that's the reason why the All Blacks they look like them old selves.
Yeah.
They look like the old selves because Jerome Kaino was in the stands. My brother, what was the vibe like? Obviously, we watching on the TV, we don't get the real deal. Can you please share with our viewers and our listeners what it was like at the stadium in that game against Ireland and the All Blacks?
Oh, it was incredible. The atmosphere, the support, but also, more importantly, the rugby that the boys were playing. Ireland, obviously, the way they played, but also the way the All Blacks defended, and just the intensity of the game was incredible. That's one thing that made me really happy that I'm retired. But just the Irish fans and the All Blacks fans, how they were singing, and just the support throughout the whole 80 minutes was special to be a part of.
Yeah, it's special. I must say, especially Ireland fans. The way they were singing, because we played them as well in the pool stages, and the support was absolutely fantastic.
I think the bars are going to be empty this week in France. Jerome, can you testimony to that the bars are going to be empty after the Irish are out of the World Cup?
Yeah, I'm sure the bars are going to be pretty empty, but walking around on game day, even the day before, there were just green jerseys everywhere, and they were packed outside the door with Irish fans and All Blacks fans. And saw some Bokke fans out there as well.
Yeah, that's what we want to hear. That's what we want to hear. So are you going to the semi-final against Argentina?
I wouldn't miss it for the world. I'll definitely be there.
He's lucky. Eh?
Damn
We
it.
so badly wanted to be there.
I know.
But it's just one of those things. Eh? Maybe next World Cup.
We
Next
will
World
be
Cup.
the next World Cup. Behind the Ruck will be at the next World Cup.
Fantastic. Listen, Jerome, obviously the boys have been doing, obviously they started not really good against France, but have been building up really nicely, your boys. What's your thoughts about how they went through, building up and even, getting that victory against in the quarterfinals?
Oh, it was incredible. Obviously, they didn't need any motivation leading into the quarterfinal because, if we're honest, the last 18 months for the All Blacks haven't been probably the brightest or the best 18 months. And if you look on the other side, Ireland had probably had the best 18 months in their history in terms of performance, their records that they've been getting. But rightly so, it's just the way they've been playing. So for the All Blacks, the motivation, the preparation, the prep talk was already made for the quarterfinals. So it was, I think it was easy for them to prepare. But that performance that they put out was incredible.
Yeah, it was incredible. Yeah, just one thing, Paige, as well. Obviously, Ari Savia. That on his birthday, man of the match, scoring a try. How is it for you to see like a guy like that was, growing under you when you were a senior player and he was a junior player, performing like that and going through the Rugby World Cup?
Oh man, he's been shining light for the last 2 or 3 seasons for the All Blacks. Always, never has a bad game. But yeah, I feel pretty privileged to be able to having played with him and now watching him, and he's definitely a leader in that team. He's I know him as a really quiet kid who just puts his head down and works. But just the performances he's been putting out, he's one of many who really put their hand up in that quarterfinal, which is great to see.
And obviously, as you said, the past 18 months for New Zealand rugby has been obviously, I would say, an anomaly. We're not used to seeing All Black rugby being so up and down, especially we as South Africans. Did you expect that performance from them against Ireland, or was it also kind of that you were going nervous into that game playing the number 1 team in the world?
No, I always knew because I know majority of those guys in that team, and I know majority of the coaching staff as well, and I know what they're about and what they're capable of. So I think I always knew they were capable of that performance. I think it was just I think that was the most frustrating thing about people who knew the team and knew what they could do, is that you knew their potential, but it was just a matter of when that performance was coming. And we're happy that the team were able to show the world what they can do. And we always knew they were capable of it. It was just a matter of when.
Now that's happy. That's actually lekker to hear from him, being so confident about All Black rugby. Obviously, we're on the other side of the world. We only get to read the newspapers and the media, and which is always not the obviously the truth and the right story behind everything. And then we got to look at, Jerome, unfortunately, we got to look at the Los Pumas. They also had a fantastic win. Obviously, also it was the underdogs against Wales. Did you watch that game? What was your opinion on the way the Argies went about their rugby?
Oh man, they've been similar to the All Blacks, just flying under the radar, but really playing some awesome rugby. And I think that's the dangerous thing for the All Blacks is when you play a game really high intensity, high pressure like against Ireland, is how do you get back up to meet that same intensity again? And I think the Los Pumas are really dangerous team to play in the semi-final because they're a little bit unknown. They've got players who love to disrupt, but also it's finals rugby. Anything can happen. So in a World Cup, just gotta make sure that you go out there and throw the kitchen sink.
Anything can happen, I must say. Yeah. So you're confident the All Blacks is going to pull that one through?
Well, I hope so. Like
because we
World Cup,
confident
final phases, anything can happen. But I'm definitely going to have my All Black jersey on.
Yeah, same here, because we got our jerseys on green and gold.
Because
Because we're confident.
of us.
Yeah, we're confident we're going to beat England.
Yes, of course, of course.
And then we're going to face them. The All Blacks.
Hold your horses, hold your horses. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. The English are going to pose their own challenges for the Springboks. Jerome, I actually want to touch something on you, right? You guys went back to back in 2011 and 2015, right? And this current crop of All Blacks haven't given us that consistency in performance. Is there any worry for you that they might have been emotionally and up for it against Ireland and might be able to not be emotionally attached to this game against the Argentinians? 7-day turnaround? Or is it just me making up my own stuff in there?
Like always.
Oh, that's one thing. Like I said before, I know the staff, I know the players, and that's one thing I know that they won't have a problem with is getting up mentally for this game. They've got a lot of structures, a lot of systems in place in that environment, which make sure that the players are mentally prepared. Obviously, with every international team, you're going to be physically prepared and make sure you do a recovery, but equally as important, they'll be doing their mental preparation, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's very good to hear.
Massive, massive. Eh? So you've actually, you were in the stadium the Saturday night, but the Sunday night, did you watch that game? South Africa and France, the host?
That was incredible. I wasn't there. I had to come back home because I had to do some work and see the family, but I could imagine that atmosphere with the Springboks fans and the Blue fans. It would have been electric.
Yeah, I must say the Rugby World Cup has been fantastic. We had some awesome games, and it's looking really good. You playing against the Springboks for years now. Just looking at our team, the difference you've seen throughout your playing career and the Springboks at the current moment, because we obviously had some changes now, because we're known for physicality, we're known for kicking the ball, you know, having the contestables. What's your feel in when you look at the Springboks and what the difference are in eras?
Oh, it's been interesting watching the Springboks the last few years. Obviously, it goes without saying the base for the Springboks is physicality. Whether it's in the forwards or in the backs, you're always going to be facing some big oaks. Yeah. And but what's really good at the moment is you got players that come off the bench, but also good players that start who have a different skill set to when we played. You got players like Quagga Smith, who can come on and, you know, he can turn over the balls, but he can also run in the backs. You got Peter Steff, who's got an engine like Skulkberger, and Joan Smith, who go all day. So just the flexibility that they have with the team that they have, it's incredible. And that's the scary thing, seeing a team like that who can be diverse with the way they play.
Yeah.
I think my next one, probably, partner, is not a question, it's more of a statement. I think it's for me, I don't know if you agree with me, Jerome. I find there's a lot of similarities in our current Springbok team and your All Black team that went back to back, where our bends are just, if not more effective when they come on the field. The same with you guys when Bowden played off the bench, Adi came off the bench, DJ came off the bench. The impact that their bench had when they went back to back in their World Cups, and I'm quite confident with our current crop of group, I find there's a lot of similarities in the way our teams are set up. You guys think so?
Yeah. Happy days. 100%.
Yeah, I agree. Especially with the experience that you have throughout the Springbok team. You've got players coming off the bench and nothing changes in terms of intensity and like accuracy. It's incredible. So you can't really buy experience. It's through time, and that team that you have right now is they've been through the trenches together, and that's the scary thing.
Yeah, I must say.
Definitely.
They call it the bomb squad, Jerome. That guy's coming off the bench, the bomb squad. Yeah, Jerome, not to put you under pressure. Obviously, I feel like predictions. Obviously, so you're backing New Zealand against Argentina. Yes. And we're backing South Africa against England. So it's going to be a final.
Of course.
Do you see the same thing, Jerome? Yeah.
I'm hoping to, obviously, when I was 1995, when the All Blacks played the Boks, obviously in that famous Ellis Park test, I was a kid, so I can't remember it. I can only brag about it, but I can't remember it, and it will be extremely exciting for me if we can play the All Blacks
in the final.
Our rivals.
Yes.
Partner, our rivals.
They've got 3 World Cups, we got 3 World Cups. Who's going to get the 4th one? Hey? They got back-to-back, we've got back-to-back, and he's sitting with a back-to-back.
Exactly.
So we'll have to see in a couple of weeks what's going to happen.
It will be exciting to have an All Blacks.
Let's put it like this. You guys won the last one. We'll just share. We'll have this one.
No.
We're very greedy South Africans.
We as South Africans, we also want to be greedy this time around. We want to go back-to-back.
Yeah, we'll see what's going to happen.
Last thing before we say goodbye to him. Obviously, the French boys are coming back to you at Toulouse. Do they have time off now? How does the program work with club commitments, especially after they obviously suffered a disappointing loss against the Boks?
Yes, I think in the next week or so, the next few days, they'll be filtering in, just talking about their time off. But I don't know. I'll stay in my lane and let the big dogs decide what their time off is. But yeah, definitely, I think they'll definitely have a little holiday period before they come in.
Yeah.
Not just physically, but also mentally, they'll need a little break. But yeah, as a club, I think we're looking forward to having the full squad back and heading
Yeah.
into our competition.
Yeah, break is needed, especially for DuPont. Yeah, huh? He came back too early, a little bit.
I needed his surgeon for my knees, actually. Whoever did his
surgeon is
surgery,
very good,
Jerome,
yeah.
you must send him that guy's email address. I need it for both of my knees with my meniscuses, please, brother. Jerome, I think obviously, thank you for your time. I think
Yeah.
that's the one thing in life that we appreciate and that we cherish. And for you making out time in your busy coaching schedule to talk quickly to Behind the Ruck, your
Yeah.
#1 rugby podcast. I don't know if you heard it.
100%.
Share it like a gossip story from my
Okay.
side as well. Like, thank you very much, Jerome. Hopefully, we can get him on a couple of episodes down the line in the near future.
I would love if the show can go visit him in Toulouse.
Oh, that's next level, eh? Because we want to know the inside story of Jerome, you know?
Yes.
It's the Samoan days, the building up to in
How he came to Newlands and the
Yes.
people, how the South Africans
flavor,
treated
yeah.
him. We still want to get to all of that, Jerome, okay?
Yeah. Hopefully, see you soon.
I need to bring my family to Cape Town for
Yeah.
a little visit.
Yeah, my
Please,
house
you-
is open and his house as well.
Please, you're welcome,
more
my
than
man.
welcome, mate. Thanks a lot for making time, mate. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, brothers.
Have a
Good
nice
to see you
day,
again.
brother. Yes, thank you.
Your partner. Oh, oh.
I feel fortunate, my brother, to be totally honest with you. I think I obviously grew up watching the guy play. I
Yeah.
love the way he played his rugby. I mean, winning 2 World Cup back-to-backs, there's not a lot of them out there in the
You
world.
must say.
And he making
Some good-
time out
Yeah.
for Behind the Ruck, which means we a big deal.
Huh?
Can I say that? Is that okay, guys?
Hey, just close it up, okay?
Okay,
in front,
sorry,
okay, close it up
sorry,
in front. But
sorry, I
fantastic
got-
to see him. I actually had a couple of opportunities to play against him,
Yes.
but it's better to see him on the screen because I don't want to see him between the 4 lines.
Very enough of it.
Physical. Yes.
Very enough of
In
it.
the breakdown, I was, hey, waar is hy? Because he's physical, young. It was awesome to have just a couple of insights around things about the game, what he's up to, his family. Good to see he's doing well. Because obviously the Cape Town South Africans, we love him, and we
Yes.
want to see how he's doing. Yeah, a couple of insights.
A couple of quick insights that I thought obviously stood out from that little interview we had with him. First of all was the similarities in the quality of benches. He spoke very, very fondly about he believes the Springbok team has got a extremely good bench. Do you agree with him on that?
Yeah. You know how I feel about it. Strongly agree.
Obviously going into the semi-final game, obviously we don't know the team yet, which is unfortunate. But what part do you think is the bench going to play for us this weekend? And will we have the same effect as when Paulie and Faf and Kwagga and Dion came on? Are they going to have the same effect in this game against England?
Yeah, I think Rassi's method is working. I've got my question marks, obviously, when you're taking Sia off, why are you doing this, why are you doing this? But I must say it was a all in all good performance and how Rassi have structured it a little bit. And it was good to see and his point of view, you know, looking from the outside, from New Zealand point of view, how our boys are doing. But I'm very confident, especially like guys like, Faf. It was his magical rip that actually won us that last moment, kicking the ball out. Because if anything in that last 5 minutes were a penalty, you know what Ramos does, he will kill us. And
Yes.
yeah.
And just on the fact, obviously, he took Sia off early and brought on Dion and Kwagga. Do you think, obviously, I kind of understood why he did it in hindsight afterwards, because I think we targeted their breakdown. We went hard. We had 11 breakdown turnovers against France, which was obviously a tactic.
Yeah.
He had 4 fetches on the field at the time. And looking at the English and the way the English play,
We need a fetcher, yeah.
Are we gonna go?
It's very important. And like I said, when Sia plays, and if Malcolm Marks on the
Yes.
field, and if Steven Kitshoff is effective, I know there was a couple of, unfortunate calls that he had this past weekend.
Yes.
So if the other guys is doing their job, like Dwayne Vermeulen and Jasper de Wiese, Malcolm Marks, fetching the ball, it releases Sia, to work with that physicality, get those offloads and those type of things. But I feel like Rassi probably thought in the last 25, 35 minutes that he needs, to steal the ball. Otherwise, they're just gonna dent us. Because that first 20 minutes, they came at us hard, and they were technical kicks, and Dupont was steering the ship, and it was, we need turnover ball, and when you got crucial loose forwards like Eskom and Dion Fourie, it just makes sense that you have to put him on.
And while we're on the bench, the last time we obviously played England in the World Cup was in that final, and we had a 6-2 split, right? It was obviously the origins of the bomb squad. We had a 5-3 against France. Do you think Rassie is going to spice it up again? And what do you think he's going to put out for us again?
Yeah, with the 5-3, with the situation we have, having Pollard on the bench, to slot those crucial moments, that's going to be probably the reason why he leans more to the 5-3. But when it comes to 6-2, let's kill the 7-1. When it comes to the 6-2, physicality, that's what we need. Okay. Physicality to overpower these forwards, especially against France. You needed that physicality. That's why we opted for a scrum to take their legs. That's why we moved them a little bit around. When they kicked onto us, we counter-attack first and then we kick after, just to make sure we get a breakdown and then we can make them run again. Otherwise, if you just kick it back, they're on their feet already, so they can just move back. So England has also got a couple of big boys, Billy Van Polen, all this type of boys that we need to move around as well. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting battle in terms of tactics. And they underdogs, and because they're underdogs, it makes them dangerous, because we were underdogs
very dangerous.
France. New Zealand was underdogs against Ireland. It makes them very dangerous. So hopefully we can have a clear performance.
And I think from all South Africans, guys, we cannot look past the England game. I know we want to call All Blacks Springboks final. And I think let's not fall in that trap. Guys, okay? Bokke Friday, we're going to wear our jerseys proudly today, but we're not going to get arrogant and look past England, okay?
Because I think I'm in that boat.
I can see, I can feel your vibes. You're ready there next week. So let's just hold our horses. Because the English team, while we're on them, before Ben Lauder comes onto the thing, for me, if Freddie Stewart plays at the back, he's a big physical fullback. I think he can not nullify, but his strength is the aerial game. Okay, so I think
and he's gonna play, because Marcus Smith is not gonna handle that, and we can kick some eyeballs.
Yeah, I think Marcus is still recovering from the Fijians, so he will not be available for this weekend. They knocked him out. He needed a surgeon for that space. I think they're gonna go with Freddie Stewart for the aerial game.
Agreed.
I think not the issue. I think England's strengths, they go for set piece and maul. They got a fantastic driving maul. They also want to get penalties from that. Their kicking game from Mitchell was awesome against the Fijians, which actually took the Fijians out of the game because they were catching contestables the whole time. So it's going to be quite crucial and interesting for me to see who's going to kick the contestable first in the box against England, and how are we going to handle either South Africans or the English? How are they going to handle that high ball game?
We got just gonna eat the first punch. It's important for us to just get on top of them, put them under pressure, especially the wingers. Johnny May. He's not really that good under the high ball. I think so. We can put him a little bit under pressure, but and Farrell as well. Someone must just maak hom seer dat hy bietjie lê, man. Because he's all in the ref's ear. He's always chirping.
He's nagging. When we're watching rugby and your little girl is coming to you the whole time, Owen Farrell with the ref. I also want to go through the TV and say, oh no, stop it. Stop it, Owen.
Even like James Lowe as well.
Yes.
Huh? Okay.
Come on. All right. That is what I wanted to do with Owen Farrell. But obviously, at Behind the Ruck, we make sure that when we talk about games like that, we bring on people.
Yes. That insight.
Absolutely.
So we can just know what's going on.
All
the rose flavor. Valentine's Day?
Yes.
The English rose?
I think for the new, especially for the new Stomers fan, guys, you know me, I'm not a Stomers fan. I'm a Blue Bull. I'm a Pretoria boykie. I played for the Bulls. I love the Bulls. So please go ahead and introduce to the Stomers faithful. That's what you call the guys,
this nerves every weekend?
No nerves. Okay. Just say, introduce them.
Yes. So guys, up next, Ben Lauder. And partner, it just got loud in the studio, hey? It's Ben Lauder. Huh?
What?
He's got his own song, hey? Sing it louder. Sing it louder. Do you know that one? Oh, you don't know?
No.
Okay, you must get up to it. Get up to it. Benny boy. Fantastic to have you on the show, brother. How are you doing?
I'm good. Pleasure to be here.
Yes. So
is he a subscriber? Before we start, I want to make sure. Has he subscribed? Ben?
Yes, absolutely.
Like, share, and subscribe is very
I'm
important.
happy. I'm happy. Then we can have you on.
Yes.
Fantastic to have you on the show, Benny. Obviously, we've been here a couple of months. The Cape Town people want to know how you've been settling in. Where you staying? What's happening in Cape Town?
Yeah, man, I've been here, just over 2 months now. I'm staying in Greenpoint, so just down the way.
Greenpoint,
Yeah,
hey?
man.
There's good renting places in Langa and Khayelitsha, hey?
No, no, sir, don't help your teammates out. Come on, Bokke.
I'm very happy. You know, I'm near the beach, I'm near the city. Everything, you know, everyone's been so friendly, from the team, the coaches, and just the people. Like, you know, out in the street, people want to come up and talk to you and help you. So it's made it so easy.
Yeah, it makes it so easier. So yeah, you've been settling in well. So you've got a partner over either side.
Hey, that was my next question.
Was
actually,
that your next question?
Yes.
Huh?
Great minds think alike.
Yeah. We want to know how you're settling in.
Yes.
Is he settling in alone or what?
I'm settling in on my own right now. Yeah, I'm settling in on my own.
I am so lonely.
Hey, alone, not lonely.
Okay. Sorry.
You get to these things.
You get to it. I actually, before we go, Ben, did you know about load shedding? And did your agent tell you about it? And did you agree after you heard about load shedding?
I agreed before I heard about load shedding, and you know, it's something I never experienced before.
Yeah.
But you get used to it sometimes. Sometimes you get used to it, but other times, you know, when the AC goes and you know it's hot.
Yeah.
You just want a bit of cool air. Nah,
Nothing.
I've stayed in UK. They've got underflow heating.
Yes.
So the other way around, you know. Imagine load shedding and you don't have underflow heating and it's 1 degree outside.
South Africans will make it work.
They'll make it work. Yeah, we here, South Africans, we always adapt to survive. Yeah, Benny. So obviously you've been here a couple of months. Talk me through the preseason so far. Are you settling in at the Stormers? How's the boys been? How's Juan been? Talk to the people.
Nah, the boys have been great. The preseason's been tough, but you know we're into the real thing now. So you know I'm excited. We obviously go on tour soon, but we get to play one game here, which I'm buzzing about, and then we're back for the DHL Stadium. You know, I'm buzzing to see. Everyone tells me that match day here is just crazy, and you know you get a little flavor of it with the fans around, and you know, I'm buzzing, man. I'm buzzing.
It's incredible, yeah. Especially with the new pitch as well. You know, the past couple of seasons, when you step, it's a step and slide. But now it's step in.
So no excuses.
It's an anchor, hey?
No excuses.
No. Let's not jump the gun. I'm just saying, you know, the fields are immaculate. But it would be awesome to see you in the blue and white hoop. It's fantastic just to have you in the squad, to have you in Cape Town. We're super excited. Coming from, you know, from London Irish, and we all know what happened there. Take us through your journey moving over and what happened in the administration and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I mean, I was last here last December playing against you guys, and you know, at that time, I never would have thought in a million years that you know, come a year later, I'd be here playing for the Stormers. So, you know, we finished the season, we're on a high. We've had, you know, one of our best seasons yet, and then you know, equity deal doesn't come through. We're sort of in this limbo, and then all of a sudden, that's it. The club's gone, administration, and you've got 60 players and 60 staff all searching for new jobs. So it was pretty dark times, but you know, luckily I landed on my feet here, and what an opportunity. You know, I could have stayed in England, and obviously that's, you know, what I know, but this kind of opportunity doesn't come around for English players a lot. You know, I feel like you don't get that kind of transition from the UK to here as much. So it's something I thought, you know, why not? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Just on that move, Ben, what was the main reason for moving? Was it opportunity? Was it to test yourself? What was the main reason behind the move?
It must be the rand.
No.
Oh, it's not the rand.
Definitely.
Is the pound too strong? Okay.
Definitely not the rand, brother. External, so it's not the rand, okay?
No, it was like you said, it's a mixture of things. The opportunity, the life experience, the chance to play in this team where, you know, guys seem to thrive and have this freedom to play and express themselves, and that's something ultimately that, you know, I want to have in my own game. And yeah, obviously coming and living in Cape Town is a massive factor. You know, you got the beach, you got the weather. It's, you know, it's about 9 degrees back home right now, so I'm laughing.
You can't hide his smile part, man. That's all I'm saying. You can definitely not. Every evening he's there.
Yeah.
Checking it out.
Strictly recovery though.
Okay.
You know, the cold water is good for your muscles, you know, and on the beach. Yeah,
I've seen him on Instagram, Cornel Smith, because he's got the six-pack. That's why he wants to be on the beach.
Okay. Something I know.
Maybe he can get that Mr. Lonely out of his system. That's why he just needs to be shirtless.
I see.
Okay, well, let's not go too deep into that. Yeah. Talking about challenges as well. I mean, I've been in the UK for my challenges in terms of, you know, playing in different type of conditions. you know, when it comes to December this side, you will see it's going to be 35, 40 degrees. You don't get that in Premiership that much unless you're 1 or 2 games within that season. Is that maybe also a reason for you adapting to see how you can adapt in terms of, you know, conditions, the weather, the type of play, because the different type of play, the game is very technical that side. Yeah, it's more free-flowing. And just the whole URC all around it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, back home in the Premiership, we don't get a lot of exposure to teams in the URC, apart from in Europe. So it's something that you kind of look at from afar. And yet you see, like, you know, Leinster have, you know, 3/4 of the Ireland team in their team, and Munster and Glasgow, for example, with Scotland, and you want to test yourself against the best players in the world. So the chance to come here and yeah, just sort of test myself and see, can I do it in sort of a completely different environment, in a completely different team, and against, you know, the world's best, and with the world's best, of course.
Yeah.
That's nice, eh? And just from a contractual thing, how long is your agreement? How long are you going to be in Cape Town? Is this in and out, or is it? Are you just gonna?
And what's the numbers?
No numbers.
You can bleep the numbers out when you edit it.
Yeah, no numbers. Just how long have you signed with the Stomers?
Yeah, I've signed for 2 years. But
nice,
that doesn't mean I'm just here for 2 years. You know, they say, you know, you come here and you might love it and you might want to stay. And I feel like I've really been welcomed in. So it's 2 years at the moment, but, you know, we'll see.
Yeah. It's all about the piece of belonging. Okay, we're gonna give it that piece of belonging, eh? Because you might find, you know, love at first sight. You never know, and then he's gonna stay.
Mr. Lover, stop it.
Yeah, Benny. Obviously, you also have played, you know, against the Barbarians for England. That dream, looking at the Rugby World Cup, looking at England, how far they've come so far. That dream, is it still alive? And is it possible, you know, staying here for 2 years? Or is it Springboks option of Springboks option for you?
I'll never rule anything out. But no, of course, yeah, that's something that growing up as a rugby player in England, every kid dreams of representing the country. So, and I'm sure the same is here. But no, I don't think you know, me coming here, I think is something that's going to only push myself further on. And if in 2 years, you know, I've been playing well and that opportunity comes, then I'll take it. But if not, you know, I just want to be where I'm enjoying my rugby and getting better. And enjoying life, and this is the place that I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, happiness.
Just a quick question on the eligibility of are England allowed to select you even though you're not playing in England? What is the laws around that?
Not at the moment, but you know, there's been chat that might change, and you know, we'll see. You know, if whoever's the coach wants to bring me in, then you know, that's an opportunity that I have to consider. But for now, I'm here and fully committed.
Yeah, control what you can control, and that's the form, and the form comes first. Yeah. Talk about England and Rugby World Cup. Huh?
Yes. I wanted to get to that now. Very important.
So I want to know.
I wanted to ask him first before we get to the semis. What has your views been, and what have you thought of England coming to the group stages? Happy? Not happy? What did you see?
It's a tricky one, right? Because we're playing not the most attractive rugby, but we're the only unbeaten team left in the competition. So you know, you can't. There's a certain degree where you can't complain. And if that's what it takes to do it, then that's what it takes, and that's what it's going to be. But this weekend is going to pose some new challenges.
New challenges, yeah. And for me, like looking at the quarterfinals as well, when teams are underdog, and obviously England's going to be an underdog coming to this Rugby World Cup, with South Africa as world number 1 in the world rankings and defending.
Say it louder, say it prouder.
Defending champions.
There we go.
World number 1.
Much better.
Yeah, so being the underdog, it actually gives you a little push in terms of you know, pushing yourself forward into the competition, and you're just upsetting and showing the people wrong. What do you think about your chances, the England chances?
Yeah, I think you're completely right. I think a lot of people will write England off as soon as that semi-final was announced. As soon as we got through, people would write us off. So I think the guys have a chance to go out there and cause a real upset, like you said. But yeah, I think if any team is gonna do it against South Africa, I think England have a good chance because of the way they play and because of that sort of ugly, gritty nature in which they've been getting their wins. It's something that you know, I don't know if the Boks have faced that yet. They've played a lot of blockbuster matches, and England have played a lot of more sort of subdued and you know, ugly matches, like I said. But it's gonna be a battle, that's for sure.
And looking back on the 2019, obviously, where England went into the final being favourites in the 2019 in Japan, and then losing in the fashion that they did, do you think that they're going to use that this weekend? And obviously, being an English guy, what was the vibe like that 2019, losing that final, and now having a chance to obviously rectify it?
Yeah, I mean, you look at the team, and a lot of those guys played in that game and were part of that squad, and I think that's definitely going to be part of that mentality going into the weekend. The vibe around that, it was tough. You know, like you say, we go in as favourites, and you get that far, and you think, you know, what's going to stop us? You know, we've done so well to get to that point, and then just kind of like a balloon deflating after that final. But the guys will have that fire, hopefully, going into the weekend, and chance to maybe get some revenge.
Yeah, massive. Super excited. And you've also played with a couple of those boys, and you're friends with a couple of those boys. Have you spoken to them? They're all good. How are you thinking about the form actually in the squad as well, and how the individual players are doing?
Yeah, it's a weird one. I've spoken to a few of the guys, especially Henry Arundel, obviously coming from London Irish. So, and he obviously had a great game when he got the chance. So it's it's competitive. It's really competitive, and the guys are fired up. So whoever takes the pitch, I'm sure will do a good job. But you know, guys like Marcus, obviously battered in that game against Fiji. You know, you see the pictures after. You know, poor guy. He's a good-looking guy, but I don't know how much more of that you can take.
Yeah.
He took an absolute beating.
And you know those Fijians, eh? They drinking it kava with cement, eh?
Yes.
They physical. And so from our side, we just wanna, we're gonna put you on a spot a little bit, predictions. We know we're backing. In the jerseys we have. He's wearing white with red. He's wearing. So what's your thoughts? You think the boys can pull it through?
I think if England are going to do it, it's going to be close. It's going to be very, very close. As an underdog, you have this kind of quiet confidence. Like maybe we can do it. But I think if the Boks win, it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be tough. So I'll go on the record here and say I think England might do it, but you can see how confident or lack of that I am. You know, we'll see.
I mean, for us as well, being the world number one, world champs, I'm still a bit nervous because we've beaten them in 2007, and we've beaten them in 2019, the final. You know what I'm saying?
My point is partner, from especially this whole week, we shouldn't get carried away with our confidence and look past England, because that can. Because
we already at New Zealand.
You there? I can hear you already playing the All Blacks in the final. And let's not forget, because the English side is still world class. They still have Farrell, who is going to be a nuisance. He's going to be tough. He's a really good player. He's a world class player. There's a reason why he's been successful. Too long he's going to be difficult. Freddie Stewart, I believe, will hopefully start for them at fullback, who's going to handle or should be able to handle our aerial. So they got a lot of players in key positions that I won't say can nullify our strengths, but that can make them a really competitive team. So let's not get carried away. Okay, let's humble ourselves. Put on your seatbelt. Let's get ready for another 9 o'clock game that's going to get our nerves hot. It's going to get us eating our nails. But Springbok rugby, I know we're going to do it.
Yes,
I know we're going to do it. Let's go, Bokke.
Let's go, Benny, from our side, thank you very much, from Behind the Ruck, for coming out, sharing your story. I mean, like you said, hopefully you can be here for 2 years. Hopefully you can enjoy the URC and, being just in incredible form. And hopefully we can get that goal up as well. So thanks for coming out.
Amazing. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. I loved it.
Yeah. We'll get him on the show, hopefully.
No, it's a lot still.
It's
just World Cup.
It's just World Cup, We need to know where he comes from.
Yes.
Family background and the core of
it's not
the
us
louder.
that want to know. It's the faithful.
It's the faithful that wants to know.
Just
they want to keep track of him if he's happy. We want to keep him happy. He doesn't belong. Thanks, champ.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you.
Partner, I don't want you to talk about him. I just want to say to the viewers, to the Ruckers, how great is it that the other countries and other people from all over the world are coming to South Africa to play our rugby here. I think it's
flipping awesome.
It's awesome. We were always leaving our country to go to France or to go to play in England, and now there's someone coming this way.
100%, yeah. And we had it, especially the Stomers. I mean, Chris Jack was here a couple of years ago. Matt won 2009. Jeb Sinclair, especially at the Stomers as well. It was a lot of guys that, Sarili Nankala Vuki, don't forget.
So they're like unvoer producten. They're like unvoer productie. I see you.
And I mean, the Cape Town people are always like, why do you bring these people in? Because they're covering our talent.
Yes.
Stopping our talent to become Springboks. But it's also good to see like the wingers coming through in South Africa as well, and especially in the Cape Town. Angelo Davids, Leoland Zas, flourishing, good products. And even the youngsters as well coming through, Duran, Kuvit, and all those boys. So it's not like it's cutting us off in terms of stopping out the talent coming through. It's more about
improving us.
It's improving us. What can we learn from them?
Okay.
I mean, even Chris Jack, what can we learn from him? Tony Brown was here as well in 2008 when I started at the Stomers as well. I learned a lot from him, and those types of things that I learned from him actually helped me throughout my career. So it's
awesome.
it's a good thing, and people mustn't see it the other way.
Yeah, it's good, and it's awesome to hear him speak and the way he feels about the English team.
Yes.
I could see, he obviously said he was nervous. He still backed them. He must check himself.
And he doesn't want to be rude as well.
Yeah, he can't come on Behind the Ruck and then back the other teams at the Bokke.
Yeah.
So Ben, when you're watching this episode, never again, okay? Ben, never again. All right. But great to have him on the show.
Perfect.
Great to have his take on England, where they're at and the way they're going to play, which is obviously the South African game. So let's start there quickly before we wrap it up. South Africa versus England, right? 9 o'clock Saturday evening. How do we see this game planning out and spanning out? What's going to happen?
It's clear for me. We're obviously the favourites, and we're going to pull this one through, especially with the form we on at the moment. It's important for us to stick what we had. Don't change things too much now. Stick with the 5-3. It's been working because we need to Andre Pollard maybe to finalize things in the last 10-20 minutes. Get Mani on, let Damien Willemse flourish. Play with the same mindset. Move them around the park, putting them under pressure with our defense. It's just important for us to not change too much when it comes to the semi-final. Keep focused. Don't get carried away what happened in the quarterfinals, kicking the host out. Just stay focused. It's important to stay focused on the step ahead of you.
Okay.
You mustn't look at the final too much.
You as well.
Yeah. Me as well. I must practice what I preach.
Okay, yes. I'm gonna be keen to see. I think it's gonna be a bit more kicking in this game. I think the English team they kick a lot more, and the same with South Africans. So that patience game is gonna be interesting for me to see panning out. Also, the set piece is going to be something that we're going to have to keep our eye on.
I'm confident about those scrums and stuff.
No, definitely confident, but I think it's also part of their strength that they believe they can get penalties, and they also want to suffocate and buy penalties through their maul and their set piece. So that's going to be an interesting battle. Then it's going to be the battle of the fly-offs.
Mani and
Ferrell. Two
or
different
Pollard.
Whoever we pick, different and contrasting styles of play. So that's going to be interesting to watch. I hope we go with Mani again. It's like a mullet.
It's free flowing with Mani there. We get width to width. We can, we got kicking abilities, cross kicks, bomb it. There's options.
So we went with a mullet theory, but the box changed it around. A normal mullet is business at the front, party at the back. The Bokke went the other way. They go party in the front with Mani, and then business with Polly closing it down. Okay.
It's important for us, especially with the defense as well. Defense is going to be crucial, and defense wins you World Cups. So what we've seen against the All Blacks, how they challenged us a little bit with attacking kicks. We just got to make sure that we cover that, blocking players, making sure that we give Damien Willemse enough time. And also what France brought against us, the 21 plays, they call it 21 play. Hit up, come back. Hit up, come back, because they know if they're going to go same way, our Rust defense will just push them and put them under pressure out wide. Now what they do is, because they hit up and come back, our hunter defenders or defenders from the blind side is not high enough to put them under pressure that side. So we just need to make sure that we on song with it. Jesse Kriel has been phenomenal, saving us, especially last weekend. And as a unit, we just need to make sure that our defense is on song.
And just from my selection, do you think Rassie is going to go with Dwayne again instead of Jasper?
I strongly feel that we must stay with, we must keep
Same
everything
team.
the same.
Okay.
If Dwayne plays, if Jasper plays, they're similar in what they want to do, being physical. Jasper is more a carrying physical forward. Dwayne is more defensive eight. So it all depends what you bring in, especially with the two loose forwards you do have. Dwayne will steal more ball than Jasper. So if you have Sia there, it's important to have Dwayne a little bit to be more nuggly around the breakdown, where Jasper is more free flowing and running around. Because Bongi is not like maybe your Malcolm has to steal a lot of ball. He's also a runner that wants to be physical. And Kitsov, we need to be on song, stealing the ball as well, and making sure that his timing and releasing and those type of things are crucial.
That's it. And just I know Steve Borswick was part of the coaching team when they lost in the final. And I'm excited to see what he's gonna do. Obviously, not to nullify the bomb squad, but not to fall in that trap again like they did in 2019 in the final. So that nuances and all of that stuff is going to be intriguing Saturday night. As weer suikerwatertjies, maar niks meer suikerwatertjies.
It's going to be cracker, yeah.
In the semi-final, it's going to be, I know our nerves are going to be wrecked, okay? Our nails, we're going to bite our nails, but okay. But the Bokke rugby, I'm confident we're going to pull it through.
Yeah, I'm confident as well, yeah.
So braaibroodjies, wat moet hulle alles maak Saterdag?
Dis braaibroodjies, die worsie en alles, ja.
As dit nooi mense oor. The more the merrier. Nooi die mense, kom huis toe na my huis toe.
It's Saturday 9 o'clock, because last week and Sunday 9 o'clock I said crack on. But it's Saturday now, so they can still crack on.
No, they can crack on this weekend.
They can crack on.
There's no work, okay? We spoke to Cyril as well. Cyril is going to find us a public holiday somewhere, okay? So we can crack on after ball games from now on.
Oh.
And then tonight, we got, tonight we have RG's All Blacks.
Yeah.
Quickly, go.
I'm backing the All Blacks to pull this one through.
Why?
I think they had a slow start to the Rugby World Cup, and they're just fighting now. And they're desperate at this moment. You see the guys have been playing some fantastic rugby. Ari Savia,
the senior players.
The senior players stepping
agree.
up. Aaron Smith, he was struggling in the first 10 minutes, but I don't want to get too deep. But those guys are finding themselves, and as a unit, they're doing a fantastic job so far. Hopefully, they had a good game in the semi-final, not in the final.
My take on that game, the Argentinians beat them in Australia in COVID. They also had last year, they beat New Zealand for the first time in New Zealand. So I don't think this game, I also back the All Blacks, but the All Blacks has shown inconsistencies in the past 18 months. I can't go past it.
Yeah.
They've been up and down in the way the results and the way that they play. Obviously, Jerome was quite confident they're not going to have it this weekend. And who am I to go against a legend like that?
Exactly. It's a Rugby World Cup. You can't go with a Rugby Championship and a Rugby World Cup. You can't weigh it up, So that's.
But the RGs are going to be tough tonight. The RGs are going to put up a fight. There will be tears. There will be a lot of vamos, vamos, and they're going to be really good. Yeah. And I hope from a spectacle for all the rugby fans, and I fell in love with rugby all over again in this World Cup partner, that we have not the same, but even more exciting, more physicality, better rugby, starting tonight with the All Blacks Argentina game.
Yeah. It's going to be massive. We as South Africans have to watch that game, because we have to know. Razi's going to watch that game. Jack's going to watch that game, because we have to know what we're facing in the final.
Tref je kop, kyk alles. Dat tref je kop, kyk alles.
Hy is so bedlampie, sien al sê niks, hè? Yeah.
Love that one.
Yeah, and it was fantastic show.
Yeah, I must say, Jerome Kaino on the show is fantastic. His insight, his knowledge about them going back to back, I loved everything about it. Having the new Stomers signing on.
Get to know a little bit better,
Welcome to South Africa.
Yes.
We must invite people to our country and to Cape Town and to Behind the Ruck.
Yes.
Okay? And he subscribed.
He subscribed, that's a good thing. Hey?
As our other viewers subscribed.
We'll find that. I'll send him a message and see what's happening.
And that is another show.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this
semi-final week, World Cup.
Semi-final week. Last weekend we had the business end of the season.
What is this now?
We're getting to the tough end of the season,
Okay.
This is boardroom.
We're in the boardroom.
Boardroom,
Okay.
Yeah, fantastic, mouthful.
Chicken wrap.
Chicken wrap, yeah. We gotta say thank you to our partner.
Yes, I wanna.
You say because I'm with the S.
Yes. Let me do the let me observe the protocol.
Yes.
Guys, Behind the Ruck brought to you by Lulabet. Thank you for your ongoing support. Go check out their website, please. And that is a chicken wrap from us at Behind the Ruck.
Yeah, guys, as well, please go look at our personal pages, because we're going to run competitions and stuff.
Yes, I come goedetjies now.
Yeah, goedetjies now, huh?
Okay.
Goedetjies. So that's fantastic to see. And then what must they do? They must like,
share and subscribe. Please, guys.
We don't want it roofkijkers, man.
No.
And this competition, we're going to let's run it for our subscribers.
Yes, it will be.
Yes, for subscribers.
Yes.
The OG.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm Rudy Pate.
I'm Johan de Jong.
And the ruck is clear.